Woo! Sorry for the lack of chat, guys. It's been a brutal busy week at work with the 4 a.m. shift. Got the move coming up. Real busy week I've had. So sorry I haven't put out any videos, but I've also had some good stuff happen too. So let's get into some stuff and maybe we'll unbox something. Waiting for a cool dude to come by and grab some cars that he bought. I cannot believe the marketplace response I'm getting. Holy smokes. Me and my friends, like the whole basically crowd I'm in, we're all pretty much hardcore collectors. I didn't realize how hardcore, but this is all the stuff that my friends kind of left behind that I said, oh, everybody has this stuff, so I'm gonna have to sell it like as a bulk deal. But instead, I'm listing them individually on Marketplace. Holy crap, people are snapping everything up. Like, it's great stuff. It's all my Fox body Mustangs. Like, it's all my favorite stuff, right? The last of my stuff, just little odds and ends, wrestling figures and stuff. But holy smokes. Part of the response, though, is because a lot of it, I'm selling it for retail cost or even a couple dollars less. Like the wrestling figures, I'm letting those go for less than what I paid, and I don't care because I've done well on other stuff, so it balances out, right? But yeah, that's part of the reason for the response, I think, is because I'm not just on there just completely gouging the crap out of people. Because there's no need for that. As long as I rather get my money back. The only thing I'll charge markup on is like a chase or like a super treasure hunt, Hot Wheels, something like that. But even my little crew of four other guys, we don't charge each other extra for that. If one of us finds a super treasure hunt, the other one pays $2. Like it's got to be back and forth, and that's why the guys in my crew, we all do it, right? Kind of like an old boys club that we have, but it's not just for diecast, like because we're friends, right? Like I'll give you an example. Dave needs help to put his winter tires on. I would help Dave anytime. The other day, idiot me locked my keys in the car at work. I have a second key where I live 6 minutes away. Problem is, my house key was in my car, so I couldn't get it. Dave's wife brought my key to work. Like, it's just stuff like that. We help each other out. We don't charge each other money to do it. Like I tell people all the time, you might think you're ahead by making $10 today, but everybody remembers that. And then next week, somebody will do it to you, and then you lost that $10. So it's good to form your little crew of friends, a tight-knit crew that everybody reciprocates, and yeah, you'll be happy. You'll never need for anything else. That whole time that I was laid up with the after surgery, I needed for nothing. Like there was guys on the street that were like, how are you getting all this stuff? I said, because I take care of my friends, they take care of me. It's what we do. Since this is a this and that check in and say hello video, I do have a deal of the week to show you guys. Let's go down and check this out. Are you ready? You know I love these things. Check this out. It's my deal of the week for this week. So I picked up a second IKEA burpee cabinet. That gray one. Now this one came with 9 shelves. These cabinets can hold 12 cars total. That's what I had in the one on the right. Now I know what you're all saying. They're different colors. But in the spring, I'm going to change that because that's a real easy fix. They're both going to be black, or they're both going to be the same color anyway, but yeah, and that'll be my solution to the rest of my 1 of 18 scale movie cars, because they'll hold 24 total, and I've got 3 as of now. I believe 3 that will not fit: the Fall Guy car, the A-Team van, and what was the other one? Oh, the Blues Brothers. Fall Guy truck, not car. Don't mind the pop machine noise, guys, but up here I'm going to be putting my I have a Mike Tyson numbered statue that's about 8 inches tall. I'm going to be putting that beside the autograph picture. As you can see, except for those cars and a couple other customs and stuff, that is the extent of what my 1 of 64 scale collection. I'm not buying any more, and I'm not adding to it unless it's a cool custom or whatever. This shelf we're still adding to. Don't mind the background, guys. Still unpacking, organizing, stuff like that. That shelf is not done yet though. That's basically all the big stuff that doesn't fit in the display cases. I think Homer is gonna go into one of the burpees. Spooky, I'm down in the basement all by myself and a tub all of a sudden just falls off something. Thankfully it's my stuff. Nothing's injured, just falls off something and lands on the ground. Slow week hunting, but I did grab a couple cool things. Picked this one up for Dave. Jadas are getting cooler and cooler. I was tempted to get one myself. Street Fighter. It's got the old background from the game, like where they used to fight. It's got the Mazda livery. You know I'm a big fan of Mazda. And yeah, like, I just sold off a bunch of my Jadas, and then I see this in person. I'm like, holy jeez. Yeah. I love Street Fighter. One thing we got in the hammer is some beautiful scenery. Even driving up the access, look at that. See the whole bay. Beautiful. Beautiful at night too. A little bit more as I approach the stop sign. Heading down to where the air stinks and the roads are terrible. Well, there is some things I loved about living at my old place. My family doctor happened to be right across the street. We had a wraparound balcony. We had 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms. It was quiet. You could hear a pin drop. Spotless clean. Just 20 minutes away from my work. And that commute really sucked. And then as soon as you stepped outside of the building, you got to see some of the more colorful stuff downtown. We had underground parking, so I used to allow Diane to take our underground parking spots so that I could know that she wasn't outside after dark, and so that she didn't have to clean her car off in the wintertime. So yeah, I never got to really use the underground parking. So I can't say I missed that, but actually I did use it. I used to use it to do oil changes on the cars. That was nice. It kept me out of the elements, or if I had to change the tires or something. Sorry about the beautiful roads down here, guys, but gotta go finish packing that place up. Listing a bunch more stuff on Marketplace. If you follow me on Facebook, have a look at my Marketplace, because a lot of the stuff I sell, I let it go for retail cost, and if you buy several items, I knock money off them. I mean, because you're helping me lighten my load, so take it all, except for my boxing memorabilia and my 1 of 18 scale movie cars. Another positive, I was about 2 minutes away from St. Joe's Hospital living downtown. I used to love that I was across the street from Bronzy's because they had the best meatball subs in town, until I discovered Knights of Columbus Catering, of all people. But yeah, living down here had pluses and negatives. I would rather be in Stony Creek. It's beautiful, quiet. The air seems a lot cleaner. More parking for my car. I could park it on either side of the road I live on, and they'd leave me alone. Like, there's no signs telling you where to park. Just a way different vibe up there. Plus, I'm 6 minutes away from work. A tank of gas that I got out at the reserve exactly 2 Thursdays ago lasted me 2 weeks, like I was literally on fumes when I got to the gas station at the reserve because I wanted to see if I could do it. And that was with a trip to Mississauga. So I'm pretty impressed with the less commute. Anyway, let's get into the 905 Toy Museum, get some work done. Dude on the bike there is standing at my car window for 5 minutes. Got my windows up, just minding my own business, looking at the phone. I know what he's wanting because the guy looks like a skeleton on a stolen bike. And he says, sir, through my window. I'm ignoring him. He's about to touch my car. I just rolled down the window and said, do I know you? Leave me alone. I don't have money. I don't have smokes. Leave me alone. I moved some of the most important stuff to me in the world here, like the statue from my buddy Chris that passed away, my best friend. Worth about $300, but I'll never sell it. It's from the 90s. Beautiful though, that's staying up there. But I'm gonna plan her all out. Just the most important stuff I'm keeping and displaying. You see, I kept the Chester Cheetah. But I got my Detolf here in one piece. I think that's going in this section here or right along the end of the bar here. But I got a ton of stuff to set up. We got a lot of stuff out of there today. I feel good. Still a lot more to do, but we got a lot of the important stuff out of there, including finding my grandfather's war medal. So, love that end table. It's not even meant to be a nightstand, but isn't that slick? I found a very cool use for those replica license plates on Amazon. They even come with the little stickers. Boom! They fit perfectly, like they were made for it. Hey, and I got Christine's as well. Wild though, that's next level. Up early, but we're going to get a deal of the week. Somebody that doesn't take EMT to hold. So you gotta go get it before other people get it. So we're heading up for the deal of the week, guys. I'm getting a car for Dave. I'm getting a car each for me and Glenn for a mind-blowing price, and it's a new line of cars that I hinted that I might start collecting, but I'm actually pulled the trigger. And he's also got another car he says that I might be interested in. For if I bring another $30, he says I might be interested in it. It's one that he did not advertise, so we'll see what it is in a couple minutes, guys. So we did end up getting that extra car. Not a car that I would collect, but I'm pretty sure Glenn's gonna want it. The guy ended up saying because I was a cool guy, he gave it to me for 20 instead of 30 because I was chatting with him. It was an older man, very friendly though. So I'll tell you the deal. So Dave ended up getting a Hot Wheels yellow Ferrari 118 for a very good price. The people had, remember I mentioned in previous videos, I'm only collecting the 1/18 scale movie cars, but I was thinking of collecting the Revell 1/25 scales with the figures, those movie cars, because they're so well done. But I'm just going to keep those in the box because I display my 118s. Well, Glenn actually found this deal yesterday. In Hamilton, actually Stony Creek. He sends it to me, and it's Revell 1/25 scale Bullitt with Frank Bullitt, and also the 1/25 scale Assassin's Dodge Charger with the Assassin and the driver. And I said, oh, $60 each. I said, it's a little bit high, but they look mint and it's local. I think I'll grab that Bullitt. Glenn says they're 30 each. I said, they can't be 30 each. I look, 30 each. I messaged the guy right away. Can I e-transfer you? We only accept cash. Right away. That's old people. This is an old collector. So yeah, I rushed up there this morning because it was still open because we hadn't closed it because he needed cash. And I brought an extra 30 because the guy said he
in 500 meters, your destination will be on the right.
It turns out to be, it's an older Jada, probably from the early to mid 2000s, I'm guessing. It's a 1 of 24 scale. And it's a Boss Mustang, but it's a barn find one, and it's got a for sale sign on it. Just looks cool, and it's something I think Glenn would like. It's something that you don't get in the stores anymore, plus $20. But we'll show you the haul when we get back here in a few minutes.
Your destination is on the right.
So here's the total haul, guys. This is the one I like better out of the two of them, but I'm going to get this. But I started with Bullitt. Glenn already has the Mustang, so he took this one, but it's got the Assassin and the other guy. That's for Dave. He got a smoking deal. And here's my Mr. Frank Bullitt with the Revell Mustang, but we're going to get into that because these things, I love older Revell. Finally, we have time to crack these things. I've had them for like a day. You know I've wanted the older Revells, the 125 scale. Now these have already been opened because they've been displayed, but they're mint. But I want to open them and have a look. I've never seen them before. I don't think the door's open because I'm okay with that. But I want to see if they do. I want to see if the hood opens. I want to see how the figures look. The figures look great in the box, but I've been moving the last week. I apologize, guys. I've been slow. I don't want to bore you. I want to upload fun stuff. I don't want to upload... It's another reason my uploads have been slow. I try to upload entertaining stuff, not me doing laundry and at work. If I got nothing entertaining, I'm not going to bore you guys. See? I'm a human. I do stuff like laundry too. So let's get up there and unbox. So here we go. Having a look at it in front of the ring light. What I love about it, it's got this one here. I did not know it had two figures. So Glenn already has the Bullitt Mustang with the Frank Bullitt. This one here, so we got these. Glenn found them, both of them for $60, which is a killer deal. Mint. The guy had them since they were new. Older collector. Charged us what he paid way back when, $29.99. But Glenn has the Mustang. So I finally got the Mustang. I started out my Revells. So if I can get them sealed and uncracked, I'm gonna do that because that's how I want to keep them. These I'm not gonna display loose. I want to keep them in the boxes like this. So this one I'm gonna open and have a look at. But when I find them mint and sealed and uncracked, I'm gonna keep them just like that. But luckily these have been open, so nice box. We'll start with the Bullitt first. The Mustang. Now this is 1 of 25 scale, obviously, guys. It's not 1 of 18 scale. Steve McQueen, one of the greatest cult movie heroes of all time, was also something of a car enthusiast in his off-screen life. Being an avid car collector and race car driver, it was only natural that the movies he reflected his love of anything automotive. One of his most famous films, Bullitt, featured a wild roller coaster chase scene through the streets of San Francisco, with Steve in his '68 Ford Mustang and the bad guys in their '68 Dodge Charger. The scene is one of the greatest car chase scenes ever shown, and it's the basis for all car chase scenes that followed over the years. I agree, it is the best car chase scene. They actually had to slow the Charger down, though, for the Mustang to keep up to it. And if you haven't seen that chase scene, check it out on YouTube. They use the same Volkswagen Beetle over and over and over again. But we'll crack this one because in my opinion, out of the two, the Charger is the coolest because it's got the two figures. But we're gonna open this up, have a look. Now, like I said, these have already been opened and displayed, but it was a guy, like the boxes, you could still see the ribbing on the boxes. Like this guy kept everything mint. With this deal, me and Glenn got these two for $60. We got Dave a really good deal on a Hot Wheels Ferrari 118. And I got Glenn for only 20 bucks. It was like a barn find Mustang with a for sale sign and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And we'll slide this out. Now, unfortunately, these were kind of made back in the day. I'm going to tell you when it was made, actually, about 2001, if I were to guess. 2001, I guessed right. Well, the reason I know is, you remember, I love this line, right? I had these guys here, and I had some other ones. So yeah, 2001. But back then, they weren't making them to keep them, or to put them in and out of boxes like Auto World and stuff does. As you can see, it's blistered into the box. So kind of, once you take it out, you gotta cut the blister. Like, the guy that did it was careful. He cut everything so he didn't wreck it. But like, technically, if you wanted to, you could carefully glue the blister back into place perfectly on this. And yeah, I actually could do that. Maybe I will do that after I open it. Could I fix that? Let's see here. He actually did it in a way that I could fix that if I wanted to. He even scotch taped parts of it, paper, so that it didn't tear off. So, I'm just being gentle with the blister and stuff, guys, so we could try to put it back in like normal. Okay, we got an opening hood. Reminds me of Ertl, but smaller. I like the way it sits and the detail and everything. So we'll show off the car first. It reminds me a lot of Ertl. Now, the doors do not open. We didn't expect them to, though, because with this scale, it's not going to have opening everything. But it reminds me a lot of the Ertl. I love Revell stuff. This is detailed, beautiful. I wish, this is actually, they did better in 2001 than Greenlight's doing on this car today. Because if you notice, they don't have that chrome insert there. They don't got the mistake here. Now, this car doesn't have mirrors, though. It didn't come with mirrors on it, but that's okay, because it's just a small car. We're not expecting, like, for the details of what it is, I'm happy. The engine looks good. Looks just like the Ertl engine. Yeah, good looking. Looks like the Ertl model. It reminds me of my Ertl model, but shrunk down. In fact, I might get my Ertl model to show this beside it before the end of the video. So there is our Mustang. Get Mr. McQueen out. And of course, we're going to show you guys glamour shots. Oh, wow. They did a good shot. He's even got the little patches on the elbows of his blazer. But that looks amazing. I'll open up the Charger. Now, this is my favorite of the two, like I said, because it's got the driver. The driver's even got the leather gloves on. In the movie, when the music gets more intense and the driver puts the leather gloves on, you know that it's going to get real. So, and this is how, they actually have a picture of the Mustang on the back of this one that we just opened. So the Steve McQueen doesn't go in the car of this, but he sits, or stands beside it. The cool McQueen figure that sits in the car is the one that Glenn just got, the green light one. That's a cool one. That's my favorite, the one that sits in the car. But I would take one that stands beside the car too, because this one looks great. Great details. Looks just like them. I'm happy with them. Okay. Get this Charger out. Okay, so being careful with the blister stuff. Okay, he sliced this blister, so this is a bit easier. Wow. Now the details of the figurines, guys, is insane. That's what I love about this with the Revell stuff. Look at that. That is insane.
Does my hood open?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yep.
good.
That one's
Oh, shit,
detailed a
you can
bit
see the-
weird though.
You can even see the posts on the battery and the washer fluid.
Yeah, but that's a weird engine. That looks like the Mustang engine. It doesn't look right, but I still am gonna get this. It's still awesome. I'm gonna check into that engine, but it looks very similar to, let's see here. Oh no, okay. I thought they put the same engine in both cars, but they didn't. But the detail of this, and it's got the, wow, you can actually see the assassin sitting in the passenger seat, the gun across his lap, the gun going under his jacket to conceal it, and the silencer coming out of underneath his jacket on the passenger side. Or right over here. That's what I'm trying to show you. That is some crazy detail. See, Glenn?
You better not shoot the driver in the leg or something.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's aiming it at the driver, really, but if you could see, he's got the gun covered up. But that is the detail we're talking about, and you could see the driver with the leather gloves on. Wild. So yeah, it's smaller, guys. The doors don't open on it. That's not a big deal. But the crazy detail, this is... until I got the green light Fast and Furious 164 Dom's Charger, I thought that the Revell Fast and Furious Dom's Charger was the nicest 164 made of it. The green light beat it by a little bit, I hate to say, but the Revell's a lot older. I love Revell. Yeah, these figures, I'm obsessed. I gotta get this Charger, but I do got the Bullitt out of the way anyway, started the collection. And thankfully, there's not many of these. There's only the 2 Bullitt cars and a couple of the Fast and Furious ones that I want. So, okay, let's go see a couple glamour shots. Now, as you can see, maybe Steve McQueen's gonna run after them because he's not in the car, but those look great. Wow. You can see why I love this stuff. Again, it's 1 of 25 scale. It's the older Revell. I am in love with that Assassin's car though. Wow, wait till, I'm gonna show you. I just wanna make sure you're getting a good look at that Assassin. Look at that. Hiding the gun, silencer sticking out of the end, but he's gonna shoot the driver in the leg. Now I know why the driver was looking at him all nervous, but see, he's got the leather gloves on, shit's about to get real. But Steve's gonna run after him. Run, Steve. Not sure what happened here. He's a midget now. But on the reel, it reminds me a lot of the Ertl. And you know I love Ertl, so. That's how 125 figure looks beside 118 car. He looks a lot better over here. Boom. That is awesome. Just one last look. My favorite isn't the good guy car of these two. It's the bad guy car. I definitely got to get this. I always thought it was just the driver figure in it, but that is amazing. Killer. Anyway, guys, I said I was done collecting the 1 of 18 scale movie cars, and I am pretty much done. But I've always hinted that I want to get into those Revells. Now that one's open. I'm going to be going for ones that are sealed, but if I could get cheap ones that are unsealed like that, I'm going to crack them open so we could look at it. But this one, I was dying to open them up because I've never seen them up close. Didn't know if the hood opened, didn't know if the doors open. Now I have those answers and you have those answers. Would I buy those again? Yes, I would. Anyway, guys, sorry for the lack of vidges lately. I've been moving like a madman because you know that me and my wife separated a while ago and I paid the rent on the apartment until December 1st, actually. That way I could take my time and move, but now the time is getting down to the crunch, so I'm moving more and more stuff over, but at least I got all my important stuff over here now. Got my big screen TV downstairs at the foot of my bed, got my IKEA Detolf cabinet, got all my other collectibles, got my boxing stuff. Got my best friend's remains I brought over because I was nervous bringing them till now, and my father's remains because I don't want to move them in a car full of stuff. So yeah, all the important stuff is now over here now. So now it's just a matter of going through, getting rid of a bunch of junk, cleaning it up, and letting them do the final inspection and turning in the key. But next Saturday is dump day. Got a lot of stuff going to the dump and selling a ton of stuff on Marketplace. I cannot even keep up. My chest freezer, I wasn't going to take it over here. Apartment size chest freezer, listed it the other day when we were moving. Sold. They came and picked it up. Big stuff. Fireplace. I sold our electric fireplace. Just big stuff that I don't have to move. Come pick it up and they come get it and move it out of there for me. So, and it's stuff that I don't want to keep. It's a good purge time. I'm going through stuff, keeping the stuff I absolutely want to keep, throwing out, donating the rest. That was the thing about my ex-wife. She kind of thought that she needed more stuff than I thought that we needed. 2 of us living at the apartment, 7 sets of dishes, for example. You don't need 7 sets of dishes for 2 people. So that's the type of stuff I'm dealing with. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's one positive about it, because that's one glaring difference her and I had, is just with the amount of stuff that we think that we have to own. Even purging all my toys felt good, because now I'm keeping all the stuff that I love the most. Anyway, guys, that's what's been going on with me. I'm not dead. I'm not retired. I haven't quit the YouTubes. Just been busy and wanted to take a little break and didn't want to bore you with videos of me doing laundry. Obviously, if I'm moving furniture, you don't want to watch that. If I'm working, you don't want to watch that. And we need cool and stuff to unbox as well. So, although we do have more cool stuff to unbox, just I needed the time to unbox it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching my this, that, and everything else in an unboxing video. Please like, subscribe, and share. I will be doing more videos this week because I'm on afternoons and it's a lot easier for me to do so. Keep safe, and as always, guys, happy hunting.